Okay. Well, last time we discussed the remarkable resurrection explosion of the Telecaster in popular music. There's another guitar that seems to be doing the same thing. Epiphone Casino, to a lesser extent the Gibson ES 330. 1957, Gibson is interested in buying the stand-up bass business from a sagging Epiphone company that's having problems, family problems, health problems, etc. They think they're buying just the stand-up bass business and wind up for whatever they paid, $1.50, got the entire Epiphone company. Used up leftovers, and within a year or so, we're making guitars in the Gibson factory under the Epiphone brand. They initially used Epiphone as a franchise alternative, so that if you wanted to open up a store and the guy down the street was a Gibson dealer, they'd offer the Epiphone line. Unfortunately, they were unfairly saddled with some sort of secondary reputation, which was undeserved. This is made right next to the 330. They do some cosmetic differences to make it a little unique, but for all intents and purposes, they're identical guitars. I don't think it helped. I think the model number for the Casino was the 220 as opposed to the 330, and that may have been construed as something less. Dog-eared P90s, two-pneumatic bridge, full hollow body inside. There's no block of wood like a 45, 55, or 35. Neck joins the body instead of at the end at the 16th fret, so it mounted a little differently. It has more of, to me, it has more of an acoustic thing going for it. It's interesting because this is the only guitar that all three of the Beatle guitar players used. And McCartney had his first, and Harrison and Lennon apparently liked it enough that they got it. How they dealt with the feedback thing remains to a curiosity to this day. I happened to see the shows at Shea Stadium when they played outside, and George played his hollow Casino the entire night with no particular problem. But they have a unique voicing and now have come back in such a big way as well. It seems like the 335s are taking a slight back seat to them. Gary Clark Jr., I'm sure it didn't hurt much because that seems to be all he uses, and he's so popular, I'm sure he's helped a lot. But you see him in a lot of bands now, and I can only assume that the hollow body properties combined with those lovely sounding P90s give it a lovely ring that perhaps the humbuckers come up a little short on, particularly if you have it into a nifty amp like an AC30 with Class A wiring. But they're back and they're here to stay. Try one. Don't forget, if you're out on your bike tonight, wear white.